Well, that's good enough reason for me.
Top of the morning. Nope. Ah.
Very polite burp. A big rolling dude.
That hurt.
Squeeze.
So, anyways, I had arrow taken out of me.
That sounds
Congratulations.
like it sucks.
Only partially.
You okay?
What did you do?
No, yeah, I'm fine.
You're donating it?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you could consider research donating. Remember how I have a blood type that nobody else apparently has? They're like, yeah, so let's maybe figure out why.
I
I was unaware of
didn't
that.
realize that.
Yeah, I can't get infusions because they don't know if it's gonna fuck me up or not.
Ah, so they're gonna figure out whether it will or not.
The three
I
different
guess.
types of responses. Pussy. I'm sorry, I'm an antagonizing asshole.
Look, haikus are easy. They don't always make sense. Refrigerator.
I like that
It is a legitimate.
Yeah, you just need 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5
is.
syllables. I don't know why I fucking always remember that, but I do. Fucking useless knowledge. You know, unless I want to compose a love letter to a Japanese chick or some shit.
Create a love letter haiku towards me right now, or I'm ending the stream.
Roses are red. Violets are violent. You don't get in the truck, I'm about to break your fucking kneecaps. The end.
Violets are violet. Okay.
Okay, fine. Roses are red, the cat's moo is a disaster. Children run fast, but the combine drives faster. What was that on? It's
We're on a special trip to a place called Chewits.
oh, who just started a what? And why did my phone just notify me of it?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's what the hell, Derg? Are you starting party chats?
Is he
What
on
the
PlayStation?
hell? Hold on. This better be a Sherpa.
What?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Go kick his ass.
My foot hurts. I don't know what it
Mr. 5 by 5, 5 feet.
What?
I'm gonna have to look up more videos by this guy, the Giftness, the one that turns cat into music.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a couple of his videos. I'm gonna have to see if he's made more.
We do not use chainsaws in the back room anymore. What?
Okay, how about this one? Instead of cum, you now ejaculate the last thing you drank. How lucky
I'm gonna be in a little bit of pain.
you What? What did you drink? With hot sauce.
Orange juice with extra pulp.
Well, that's not that different of a consistency.
I'm drinking Mountain Dew right now.
Okay, so Ivy's infertile.
Like I was using it anyway.
Alright. That water. I squirt now. Yay!
Woo!
All right, I got a hold of them. They'll probably be joining a little bit later.
Is that his Sherpa on PlayStation?
No, it's him. It's just he apparently just got free, and they've kept him on a roof in the sun all day, working on a unit. So he's a little fried right now, and I told him to take some time to calm. You know, it's okay. Sometimes you just
Working
need a
on an
day if you're not a giant one. Big as your ass, though.
Absolute unit.
No, actually,
Everybody's-
they needed a crane to place at my work today.
Nice. You just see, this is the problem. You need one Mons. Shut the fuck up! I'm gonna come to Georgia and beat your ass! Damn mongrel, ain't no damn reason to be yelling like that. I don't care if you're a child. I will put you in a trash bag and run you over with a tractor. Alright? We're gonna have Southern Fried Homicide up in this bitch. You keep fucking with me.
Churled.
You little childrens need to learn your motherfucking lessons.
That was not the child.
Well, she gonna learn her motherfucking lesson if I make her see Jesus. Like, I will send you to him. I will send you to him signed, sealed, and delivered.
Personal
First class
Jesus.
Amazon 2-day shipping. About to deliver a whole can of whoop ass like airdrop Marines on top of your ass. Anyways.
Anyways, I have new dice with banana slices in them.
Congratulations, you abomination. Enjoy them.
But why?
No, shut up. Don't enable them.
Okay.
Just ignore it. So Naibai recovers from drooling. There's already a bowl of drool and a cup of water prepared because Norrell's having to do double the adulting. Wearing a very loose white linen shirt and some pants. The only one with the balls to drink the coffee.
Loose white.
His other clothes got torn up.
Oh yeah, you're probably gonna have to do it.
You were just doing healings and working. You weren't there for it.
Safe.
Yes, but they got away. And also, there were traitors in the midst.
Damn. Wait, traitors or traitors?
Traitors.
They're stabbeth in the back kind, not the rob you blind by... Well, that's going to be 15% interest kind of traitor.
I mean, I've been stabbed by both, but okay.
I've been stabbed by a traitor I've been hit with a shoe by more like a clog. Nice.
Snarf.
They don't like it when you go into a sex shop with a shopping list. I don't know why. Mom forgot this. Sorry.
Got the Magnum.
You just get the Magnum condoms for my monster dog. Alright. That's not by waking up. Heaven is now true. Everyone was enjoying their breakfast. Forgot what it was, so
Pancakes.
no.
Oh.
Apparently corn dogs with a pancake batter.
It's better pancakes. It's pancakes with.
Okay, I guess it makes sense. Except for Mom, who has cooked himself a fluffernutter. Comfort food. Once again, at the punch in the. He doesn't like getting hit in the face.
Oh wait, it's fourth around.
He's not here, but he's around somewhere. You've all been taken back to the guild hall since they've got it all secured down.
Okay. Someone buy in on what's going on.
I'm sure somebody can. Beatrice probably could, but I'm not sure if she's around nearby at the moment. I'm a little bit brain dead at the moment. Did they already return to the guild hall?
Yes, they did, and they all slept,
Yes.
and now it's breakfast time. You don't have to go to breakfast. Fine if you don't.
I thought it was more of a brunch time.
It's more of a brunch time, yeah.
Yeah,
but
they.
Went to
Great.
bed.
Yep.
Speaking of that, it's been really weird. It's been like sunset all day long because of the smoke from the fires in the next state over.
God damn it, California.
Actually, this smoke is from Washington.
God damn it, Washington.
Oh yeah, haven't we had so much fire this year that's like nearly doubled the carbon footprint that we put out last year?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything specific about that.
I remember hearing
Maybe
something about it on
California
NPR.
would
California has been on fire the entire year.
Well, if they would start, doing preemptive protective burns, they wouldn't have so many damn wildfires. Fucking pansy ass. Put the buds in the environment.
Take a
Right, the
note from
environment.
Florida. We're closer to the sun, and we do preventative burning.
Like, you're not a threat to the environment is a threat to you.
Yeah.
That's what you're just a pussy and you're worried about. But the planet might kill us at some point. The planet is going to 100% at some point kill you via either old age with disease or a random fucking manhole cover getting ejected up your fucking cunt at the speed of light. It doesn't matter. It will eventually take you the fuck out. Alright? Just stop making it miserable for everybody else while we're here. And go nuclear already. Goddamn. I think we should have at least 1,000 functional nuclear reactors.
I agree. Not because they explode, but because it's actually.
They're almost 100% carbon negative.
Oh.
like 60 to 70% like carbon negative. They once you get them started in like 3 years, they produce so much power and so little waste comparatively. And you could just dump them in Nevada like we do, or you could do what other reactors are designed to do and have a secondary smaller reactor that is only active to get rid of the waste and even then generates extra energy. It's so
Yeah,
easy.
isn't that what this one in what was it, Denmark was doing? Somewhere in Europe.
Mhm.
Yep. It's just like old style steam turbines getting hooked up to the style jet turbines because the hot air coming out of the end after, basically a jet engine was used to like create electricity. It's still hot enough to boil water, so that's exactly what they use it for.
Yeah, and once they're done with rods, once they've run their cycle and they've got waste in the new one, they're going to extract that waste, transfer it over to the smaller one, which is going to use so much of that waste that they can safely dispose of it in landfills. It'll have such little radioactive footprint that you would need hundreds of years worth of it to actually start to raise the sunshine unit, which is what the CIA actually uses to measure radiation.
And then, even at that point, when it's so depleted, power plants can't use it anymore. You could build something similar to like a thorium reactor, which is like a really low amount of like energy to produce power to just like power personal items. Like, oh, you specifically live out in the middle of fuck knows where. Here's a depleted plutonium rod. Come get another one in like 80 years when it runs dry.
Yeah. Like that's the whole concept. Like that is the entire concept for fusion reactors. They want to make giant fusion reactors, power up these humongous macro fusion cells, and then give them to each person, like every individual's house, to power their house for a cycle of whatever they decide how long they will. It all depends on the capacity of the cell, mind you. But
Oh, you mean
with our
cells?
no micro fusion cells,
Microfusion? Holy fuck, we haven't even built a large scale one yet.
we've built large scale ones the size of fucking jeeps and buses.
Yeah, but they don't keep going on their own. The one in France isn't done. That one's supposed to keep itself going.
The ether isn't going to keep itself going because it's technically not a fusion reactor.
I thought it was a fusion plasma reactor. Is it?
The International Thermonuclear Energy Reactor or some shit like that. They want to turn they've been converting it into it's regardless. There are self sufficient fusion reactors on Earth.
Oh, well, that's new to
They
me.
they work. They're small. They're not enough to power an entire city, but they can power themselves and charge phones, and that's progress.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of
The
progress.
concept is proven. It can power itself almost indefinitely. Like there's one that takes like fractions of a fractions of a kilowatt power itself, and it puts out a little bit higher of amount of fractions, so it can power itself and generate excess.
Is
They
that the
work.
one where they made the magnetic field the same shape as the Dolby Digital? Or is that the one using standard field?
That's a completely different one that utilizes a toroidal design.
I think I got us off track.
Regardless, donuts are the future.
Plasma donut.
Mm.
Well, I don't know. Do
Anyway.
you think the sphere
Oh,
design is...
no!
Okay, okay.
Okay, no. No. Not to the spheres, just no to the thing. That dude is dead. That dude's alive. Dead.
Deku's dead, no.
So is Naibai down at the table with everybody?
Probably.
Everybody has been drooling at the table thanks to Noro, who prepared them, sat them upright, make sure their clothes were on, put a bowl underneath them so they could drool into it, set a cup of water beside them for whenever they eventually snap out of it.
I will snap out of it. Their breakfast is start eating happened.
Oh, bye-bye. You alright there? Ah, not much. When we went down into the prison dungeon, or you can call it, uh, the ones we were after escaped. Karaji and I were knocked out, but they were traitor lion guards. But they've got the palace and pretty much everything secure now, and we're pretty much going to go back to the guild, well, to our guild. Aye. Aye, that's it else. I have. I finished my breakfast. It was delicious. No. Oh, she's very hungry.
Apparently, before I even get started.
We weren't sure when you were going to wake up out of that. Is it we call it the drool or whatever? But whatever the thing is. But we've got about 5 to 6 months to get as strong as we can or something before things happen.
Aren't we all?
That wasn't a set in stone date. He's definitely got to get you killed.
Huh?
Definitely got to get you killed. Set in
What?
stone date. On a set in stone date, kitty cat. Just one of them things.
I know, it's not set in stone. It's
Yeah,
just the
you
approximate
are
time we got.
approximation. Some people are too lazy to find out the actual.
Well, we don't have a lot of time till things go even souther than they already have.
A kill god.
Well,
Great! Got her thinking way off. Is
I,
furthest thing from God.
I didn't say what it was.
Well, you
Because he got his
say
ass
something
kicked.
that we can harm and fight. Okay.
Now, I'll tell you right now, you're not going to get that training here.
We better. But we should be leaving back for our guild sometime today, isn't that right, Noro?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it must be nice being able to just go back and forth and not having to give reports.
I'm sure that laboratory don't
Ah.
end up.
Are
Alright.
not where I would take you. Pull up.
You think we're gonna have to go through a dungeon again?
Well, the dungeon's your best bet because Samar can give great experience one-on-one, but not a lot in a group because he's an enemy. Unless you were actually trying to kill him. Ought to go up.
Yeah.
Oh,
They killed.
Or dodge.
Or just ignore.
Aye, there's always a possibility too.
I was trying to think though. I don't really have any feelings about what to go to.
We could. basically locked into a certain.
Yeah, well, if you want to level up, you gotta put the effort in.
Dungeons.
Right ones, yeah. I always have minor loot, bits and pieces and stuff. Transient funds. But they don't. I have.
Try and get a group higher level to bring it.
Best idea to go along. Having people guide you through a dungeon is not nearly as fun. And also because sometimes the dungeon can be douchey. Punish you with a random event. There we go. Port fully wrote. Oh, fucking.
I will touch on.
Yeah. Oh, magic. I don't.
Should we?
But he's mostly here.
Well,
Beatrice would be there, right?
yes.
Yes.
I figured she would.
Don't you answer for me, bitch. You don't have any right. Stop that. Right now. Okay? You never answer where a player is unless you know with 100% certainty they are there. I could have placed you anywhere. Lucky I don't make it so Beatrice is suddenly swimming in the damn ocean.
It would be more likely that she's up in the room with that.
Well, I mean, they're there. I didn't say where they were.
Okay, well, maybe that's where she.
And napping. I see, he doesn't want to wake up.
Think hunger might override cuddles before very long. He'd eventually come down and eat something.
A
Eventually.
grudging fox. And two crazy breakfast. Fort Guildmaster. Administrator first. Noro has left the table. He will be returning soon. Oh yeah. Okay. Pudding. Several
Oh,
people are not communicating, however. Those several
Quiet.
people are very quiet. Mostly because some of them are so sore or they just don't want to talk about getting beat up. or failing. And feel good to lose.
Uh, it sounds like
At some point, yes.
we need to pack up our back to the room.
Yep.
Do they have just dungeons on quest board, or ask where one's?
They have dungeons that are ready to be explored with expeditions.
Probably
Expeditions are
not a good.
it's usually always recommended that you just go look for an expedition, which is often always being led by an elite. It's part of their duties. Get paid to lead expeditions, and you get paid to go on expeditions. It's win-win.
Woo!
Can't extort us for money that.
Very true. Plus, the extortion law field are extremely strict, and they do have their own prison.
How did we get?
Got here through the waystones, yes, play chamber.
Is that a special? Take that back.
No, you can take it back. Ask.
Fast travel back to the minded dungeon.
We can, yeah.
Oh, you don't have a choice because Nora has already taken the elected decision to prepare one to take the trip
Okay,
back.
that's most
Okay.
efficient.
Follow
Mm-hmm.
them. You look like you know what you're doing. Whenever somebody decides to do something that isn't involved with what the party's doing, you look like you know what you're doing. No, I really don't. I'm just getting a drink of water. I'm sorry, I can't stop following.
All those high levels.
What?
I think everybody's levels kind of nice. Correction, seeing all of your allies' levels just makes you feel safe. I want one of these long golden pipes like this fucking osmium has. Just to smoke nothing worth anything out. Like random paper or some shit just stuffed in there just so I can have smoke just like a little hookah pipe technically what they're smoking on. They little damn thing's long as hell. That braid is confusing me. I don't know why the dice gave them a braid that's 7 feet long. Gotta be some sort of weird thing. Maybe it's like Chinese masters with really long beards.
I have no idea. My brain's
mean-
kind of running on him.
You know, everybody's running on empty. Do you want to just not do this today?
No.
Me on empty, Derek's on empty,
I'm
Dark
fine.
is here.
I'm
You're fine.
actually here.
Yeah. Unless you're not doing a damn furry convention. Weeb.
mostly having trouble remembering what parts Naibe was there for and what parts Naibe was not.
Naibai was not there for anything that happened Sunday and Friday.
She wasn't there for us going down into the.
Anything that wasn't there for last Sunday and last Friday. Last thing they remember was getting to safety, and that's it. Once you got in there, got into the atrium, that's that right there where the memory ends.
They got everyone that was survivor from the attack safety, and they had been pretty much exhausted from healing people, and so they took a nice nap. And then when they got up, the lights were on and nobody was home.
Well,
No,
Beatrice would do her best to catch her up on it. And she's a little sleepy from having just gotten up, so she might forget stuff. She's going to describe about how they went into the dungeons to go after Kokabeel, and how Kokabeel and the other two that they had done battle with before managed to escape due to Lion's Guard revealing a tunnel for them and such. So they basically chose to not pursue someone that would probably just kill them. And
And the fact that the Empress betrayed them.
yes,
They
and she's going to describe all the information that she had gotten from the little gathering afterward, where Rosenforth ended up becoming, I guess, interim emperor. Kind of taking over for the ones that had betrayed everyone. Rosenforth was grievously injured, but thanks to Naibai surgeon, was able to make it.
That was not Naibai whatsoever.
Oh, was not Naibai? I thought she
That was
assisted.
not Naibai. That was not Naibai, and that was not the surgeon. That was Exus and an unknown party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he managed to survive. He's a lot worse for the wear, but he's gonna be okay eventually.
Acting emperor right now until the eldest son of the family can return. Find out exactly what happened.
And so now they believe that all this energy that had been collected, according to Glycal Yon, is going to be used in another attempt to summon the bad guy. But there's going to be some time before that can happen. They need to use that time to get stronger.
Not a very fast process.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's going to take a while. They had a long, busy night. Yeah, Screensaver, hi.
Hello, screensaver.
Hmm.
How are you? Yeah, I don't even have a screensaver. Mine just goes black, like my soul. Anyways,
Well, that's what mine does. Basically, it turns off. But my monitor is kind of goofy. It takes forever to turn back on.
Yeah, that's so dumb. Like, the monitor immediately shuts off, and then it's like, oh, but now I need 2 minutes to turn back on.
Just like, stop it.
my god.
Like I had a monitor for one computer that was just
Yeah, I remember those monitors. The old, like, CRT looking fuckers. It would turn on instantly.
no, it was like an LCD one, but it was immediate.
Right now, I'm using my TV as a monitor, so that might be playing into part of why it takes a minute to turn on. Because it's like, alright, we gotta establish a handshake with the computer, and okay, now we gotta start displaying the information on the right channel.
But yes, she's gonna
Hey.
kind of groggily describe all this stuff while stuffing, in between stuffing food into her mouth.
Right.
I imagine I would every once in a while ask a question. Beatrice would speak like chewing, still chewing. Just eventually swallow the food.
Just right as you take a bite while you're describing the person that nearly killed everybody last time.
It's like, what
Ask.
do you look like?
Yeah, they'd be like, so what would you do if you actually managed to, like, what questions and ask them? What's the plan there?
That would probably just get a shrug. That's a complex question that she doesn't really know the answer to. She's like,
Like, clearly this person has a plan for when they defeat us, but we don't really have any idea what to do with a person like that when we... Up until now, we didn't have any Sonya.
Ugh.
Good job.
I apparently have the sleepies also.
Son of a bitch.
Take
Why?
it. We have a whole hour left.
Be fine. Alright.
Mhm.
Once all the children have eaten, roast, and forth, collect you all, including Faramio, who technically needs to go back and then go back again. You ready in that fancy way chamber, that fascinating piece of extremely heavily guarded magical technology. That's all magic, really, but it's mind-boggling. It is an example of the very heavily regulated temporal magic.
Mhm.
The silent dark elf with the long stabby claws slowly setting the correct destination for you.
Is that the same asshole that I buy?
Nope, that is a completely different person.
Isn't that sketchy?
That's sketchy. She's very silent. She's been staring at everyone. The one who was cooking food on her kebab fingers.
Oh, by the way, sketchy. The fish was delicious when I ate it.
No response. No acknowledgement as they just slot the correct crystal, push it in, and then leave the room. Well, buddy, you tried to brown nose and you failed.
You've
Yeah.
been ignored.
Next
He's
time,
trying to be a friendly kitty.
he tried
Leon
to
is a friendly
be.
kitty.
He's a friendly kitty, but the problem is not speaking with the interest of the person. He's speaking with the interest of his tail. And Faraz, you'll tap him on his belly. I
Oh, for
understand. If you weren't thinking with the wrong heads, you wouldn't make random comments of niceness to every woman you see.
I make random comments of niceness to everyone I meet.
Hey,
What?
okay. Been like 80 people since you've been here, and you haven't said nicest to anyone but the sexy elf. Just saying. I'll go
That's
first.
not.
Nah, I don't care. Can't defend yourself from this. Got a head cannon, can't break it.
What head cannon?
Shut up. That's all you hear is just as he's through. Yes, he's essentially that fox that disappears through the ether. And on the other side, just Woo! Tingly, tingly, tingly.
They have a glass head cannon and there's two to defeat.
Did you get a room? Shut up, Raji, please. It's just PDA. No. By the time everyone else comes through, Faraji will have a black eye.
I by immediately noticing this because men will inquire as to if they hit their head on the way.
Hope you hit an interdimensional pigeon
I
on the way here.
flailed.
It just hit an interdimensional doorknob on the way.
Or did one of your head cannons get you in trouble?
Yo, and I will drown you in a bathtub. 100%.
No.
You're weaker than me. I will. Have Bonnie do it. I could easily drown you, just for clarification.
I know you could. But no.
You can't tell me no.
Seeing that they're in an enclosed space and he can't exactly run.
You just see
Alright.
Bonnie. Just use your next words very carefully.
I elected to say.
Choose your next words carefully. No.
I elected to say nothing at all.
Just said something. They've got you there. You did say
Did technically speak.
It's true. You are.
I am
speaking.
not the smartest Leonis.
That's extremely obvious. You're a kid. And you're allowed to be stupid. Move on, you little fucking brats. Go to your rooms and fornicate in peace or something while I go be an adult.
Go to your room and fornicate while you think about what you did.
Come on, Kevin. And he'll snap his fingers to get the drooling Kevin to follow him. Because he once again has to go give a report to this head administrator. Only this one can get onto him more.
Mhm.
My fault. I didn't know it was going to happen. You know what? It's help. I gotta help. I gotta help, Kevin.
You
Thanks!
don't.
You're such an inspiring source of information! Ah!
Who is poking me?
Very stressful to be an adult.
Hey, this is.
What would you...
Especially.
How old are
Yes,
you? 23? I think technically the oldest one here is actually Faraji. But...
Yeah, I think he might be.
Don't make me feel old, you sons of bitches. Especially you,
That's
Fiona.
rather literally.
Literally a son of a bitch. Twice over. Son of bitches. God, my forehead. Oh. Is it possible for a black eye to give you brain trauma?
I would imagine if you got hit hard enough anywhere on the head, you'd get brain
Right.
damage.
Now, is it possible to give you retroactive brain trauma?
As in before you got a black eye?
Yeah.
I
Is it
mean,
possible?
brain trauma could be the reason for the black eye.
No, he's asking in character. Faraji's
Oh.
legitimately asking.
I thought
Medical
you, as the
profession.
person, were asking.
I know it. I know the answer. He doesn't. He's not a doctor.
I'm not sure Naibai would know the answer to this one. They are like all tribal medicine and stuff.
Well, I have a throbbing headache, and I need to go solve it. So I'm gonna go find ice.
I'm sure if you ask the people in the kitchen, they'll give you some.
I have a plan. I'm going to. That plan involves saying something negative and antagonistic towards Miss Slytherin. You will never have a headache again. She will turn you into a fucking popsicle.
A foxicle.
Shut up.
A popsicle.
Swear to God, I will put just parts of
If
my
you do
brain
that,
in
you'll
it.
never be able to. If you become a foxicle, you'll never be able to see your dragon friend again.
Do you have any idea how much of a man whore I am? The concept of not seeing one person doesn't affect me emotionally because I'm already closed off for fear of dying alone.
All right, how about this? If you become a foxicle, you'll never be able to put your dick in anyone again.
Sure they will. They'll already be hard. Haha.
Joke's on you, there are some freaky people out there. Eventually, someone will want to say, I want to fuck that handsome ass ice sculpture.
Just be like, wait, hold on. Let me get into a fancy pose first. Then you can freeze me to death.
Han Solo in Star Trek.
Just get frozen in the Egyptian pose thousands of years later when people kick you out of the ice. This one was funny.
Hello?
Alright, quiet. There's no BGM this session.
No. Rat. Here we go.
I'm going to go and. I don't know, I'm probably going to go to the archery range for a little bit.
No, we are here to join an expedition and go on a dungeon crawl.
Hey, I am aware, but Noro is giving his report, and he's going to set it up. So while that is being set up, I'm going to go practice.
No, you're not. You're gonna fucking stay with the group so he doesn't have to come find you.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. No I in team. But there will be a foot in thy ass.
I don't think you want to put that there.
Dylan, your ass doesn't have enough depth to contain the amount of kick I can provide.
No, it's not the going in part. It's the can you remove it?
Oh, I can. I didn't need. Your asshole doesn't need to be intact for me to pull it out.
Well, that's just rude.
They could also just wear you like a boot.
I am too fluffy to be a boot.
You fuck on me and I'll have Bonnie use you like a puppet. I could do that. With
Please.
these, and she'll just pat her fucking, casually just get those 22-inch biceps.
Please don't.
Fucking Bonnie over there just shredded. She's the kind of chick that all those lesbians from Caltech dream of, that they can just lie against their cheese grater abs. Nothing wrong with liking a muscly woman, especially if she can do all the heavy lifting. That way you can sit down and relax. This is the life. I've always wanted to be a stay-at-home dad.
So, what are we going to do until the expedition's ready?
Well, first thing we're gonna quest board and see which ones are going to where, and join one that we are actually at a level where. And then we're gonna spend some time getting to know going on the.
But I thought, never mind. I
Noro's
do too
getting us
much
here.
thinking.
He's going to probably make us go on one. So if we take the initiative as a group and show interest, we might take the load off of him, considering the amount of stress the man is under is immense. He doesn't drink because of us, but he damn sure deserves to be an alcoholic at this point.
Alright.
Naiva is gonna start pushing the group direction of quest board.
Yes, Beatrice is going to head that way also to make it easier.
Yeah. Theon will go over to the quest boards.
Alright. What's on the board?
Okay, let's use on the board. Oh, by the way, there's your BGM, so shut the fuck up.
Thank. Appreciate you.
Hey. Alright. See. Within your level range, you've got a 45 to 130, a 50 to 135, and a 60 to 144. The 3 expeditions right within your range. Just
Alright.
We could probably manage that. What was it, 50 to 135?
yeah, you could probably manage the 60 to 144.
I don't know if everyone's 60 yet, though.
Yeah, but
Rabbi is 52. We also have XP share ring for 35% instead of 10% y'all have.
Theon is 59.
disappoint.
What is disappointing?
And more.
Is it moral?
10 more levels. Okay. And yes, this music is very calming because
It's tuning.
one of the elites is just casually sitting on a table playing this. Okay. Oh, let's see. You've got Vice actually leading their group, and they've opened it up to a total party size of 12. They're willing to lead through the 55, 50 to 135. You have Citron, who's a completely new lead that you haven't met yet, is leading the 60 to 144. And you've got uh, you've got Seeger leading his group. He's opened up to a party of 12 as well in total. Through the lower levels, 45 to 130. Probably do the 60. Do the math, because there's a lot of you, and you like to gang up on enemies.
Yeah.
Do you like back what we actually initiated?
So what do you think? Do the one with Weiss or the higher level?
I actually remember Weiss's name, so it was probably a positive interaction.
They made you laugh that time when they called Kevin fat, technically.
Ah, okay, so then Naibai likes Weiss. That's gonna be Naibai's vote, based entirely on subjective
Yeah, Weiss's party was let's see. Was that the one that had Mitsu and Chio?
Yeah, both of whom are constantly gawking over Terras.
I am a little curious to see what they're fighting. Like, but since Beatrice is familiar with them, and that's kind of right in the party's range, that's kind of where Beatrice is gonna lean, is toward that.
I think Theon would suggest the level 61.
Hold on. Totally fade that out. The next one that they're gonna play. Let's see. Did I say Dude? Yes. No, not really.
Ooh, fancy music.
Apparently so.
Fucking reminds me of Minecraft music for some reason.
A little bit, maybe. I haven't played Minecraft.
As soon as the Caves and Cliff Top like actually finish being implemented, we should all play.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Donk.
Oh, there.
Well,
They're back.
that was pretty tasty.
Theon, I understand what to go advice and all that, since we already know them and know what they're capable of, but I think we should go with the level 60 one for more of a challenge and to get to know more of the guild.
You do have a point. If you think you are comfortable with those higher levels,
I
Well,
don't see the
you know what they
problem.
say, you're not going to get stronger if you stay in your comfort zone.
well,
You know,
comfortable with it, I'm okay with it.
So I'm willing to go wherever. But I will definitely agree with Mob on this one. Higher level, please. More dangerous, but more worthwhile. Plus, it sounds like it's going to an exotic location.
Well, that can be interesting too.
It's, the low level one's going back to the Red Miser's Man's. That it's going to, what is that? I don't read. Excuse me, Monza. Yeah, hold on. That's Emerald Heights. Well, it's a fun dungeon. Hope you're not afraid of heights, though, if you go there.
Fion's ears are gonna pin back. Right.
And this one, the higher level one, right here. Going to. You can't read these because you haven't discovered them, by the way. Weird thing with dungeons. Shit, I haven't been here apparently.
Oh, well then.
Galley! Galley! What? Where's this one?
This would make for interesting background music in a kind of dungeon too.
Technically, what it's from.
That'd probably make a good crystal dungeon background.
That's
Or
where
like
this is going.
like a forest one.
Yeah. Okay, so this one here. That's. I like how you're using brain tentacles to cheat.
Yeah, I am.
This is the Crystal Cavern. There. A lot of Sepians and other monstrosities that are crystal based, but it's a really fun dungeon. Gorgeous, beautiful. Hope you're okay with not seeing the sun, though.
I'm fine with not seeing it.
Didn't the dungeon just have an issue with?
A dungeon.
I don't
Well,
think that
special
was
one.
One though, I forget what it was called off the top.
Like Steel Fortress kids.
Yes, that one. Completely different one.
Thank you, Jolly. Yep. Also, you should probably get back over there, because I know. Elites are not allowed to be back here in metal, but I'm sorry. I'm word. Nothing to yar har fiddly here. Nobody's allowed to be back here that's not part of guild staff. That's the problem. Be it or not. This guild on staff only. This here, unless you're working at the candy factory, you don't come back here and fiddle with a taffy. Also, bear in mind, would you like some taffy? We have a bowl over there. You can grab one. And they're just looking at Faraji. One piece.
Oh, yes, thank you. Fion will take one piece.
Beatrice will lean in slowly, reach over, and grab one between two pointy
One
fingernails.
saltwater taffy piece.
Oh no, I already have.
And she
Expires
will
in 10
immediately
minutes.
begin eating it. Of course,
There you
without any wrapper.
Well, because it's properly made taffy, it's not even in a wrapper. Because as long as it doesn't get wet, nothing will stick to it.
Ooh. Fion will eat his piece as well.
Faraji just look. One for me. No, but this is for him.
So, are we in agreement for the higher level, or are we still discussing which one to take? don't think any of us have.
Rami is just standing in the background. I'm not part of the conversation, but I know I've been there.
It's the Turg!
Are we
So
all...
this preview music, this is the music in that dungeon if you want to go.
I like it.
Yes.
Are stuff from our...
But there's nothing in the rule against looting. But I've been to Crystal Caverns. It's gorgeous if you want to go. Very pretty. No light in there, not from the sun, but it does have bioluminescent crystals and fungi structure. And
Like, how big are these crystals? Too big to reasonably
Well,
carry?
I've seen ones that are small enough that you could put them in your pocket, and then ones that you would need someone as large as Suyoi to pry out of the ground and hope that you can carry it away. Very pretty though.
I'm really liking the sound of this. Sounds beautiful and very interesting.
Very
I
pretty.
agree.
At least until the fighting starts and then people start bleeding. But you can get to that as long as you hold your breath when the razor storms are cast.
Are...
Razor storms.
I use the creatures in this that can use magic too. And one of their spells is Razor Storm. It's a very fine cloud of extremely small broken flecks of crystal. Not very good to inhale. Hold your breath, let your flesh be cut, and then retaliate. Very easy if you bring sand or whatever, some kind to mat all of it down.
It's just like fighting against fiberglass. Just, oh, what kind of monster should I throw at my players today? Fiberglass! Okay, what after that? Hydrogen peroxide.
Asbestos man.
Asbestos man. No, not asparagus man, asbestos man.
I'll pause the pretty music for now. I'm sorry, Ivy. I know it was you were liking it.
I'm actually now I'm curious since we're getting preview music. Preview music for their dungeon, like
Slide over here and I'll grab one for you. Let me find it. Let me
So,
see. Got a lot here, so I'm gonna test.
do you think that Kevin and Noro need another break from watching us? I mean, we have been a little bit of a handful lately with all the stuff that happened, the castle and all that.
is that our fault?
No, it's not. It's not. It's not our fault. But I'm saying it's not,
I don't think
it
they
must
need
not.
a break specifically from us. Do we even have the
Alright.
luxury of a break? We have
So
things
here,
to work toward.
here is the
Eh.
Emerald Heights one. Play. You technically heard this one once before when I was testing stuff, but I didn't let it play for very long. So, other dungeon that Blanche is gonna take you to. This for it.
Okay, I'm actually here. Sorry.
Here you go. Is
Yay!
that loud enough to hear?
It's really cool, but I
Alright.
can hear it.
That better?
Now I can
Yeah.
definitely hear it.
Wait a
This
second.
is what the other one would sound like.
Pretty.
I think I've heard this before.
You probably haven't. You probably heard something very similar though, because they all sampled the same stuff and make music.
Specifically the synth that they're using and the violin set that they're using, I'm pretty sure is the same set that was used in the Xenoblade soundtrack.
I hate to break it to you, when it comes to Xenoblade, Nintendo's extremely cheap and uses a lot of free assets.
And then if you even dare consider using something similar, they will copyright you into the dirt.
And they never once invented any of them. They get them off of. They literally basically steal people's assets and sue them for using them.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is the other dungeon. This is what it would sound like. So you got this, or you've got this. Now there's a late game dungeon that sounds like this. Wait for it.
Mm.
Does that make your ass pucker a little bit thinking about what's in that dungeon?
Yes.
Only when the metal guitar riff starts playing.
We can listen to it for a little second. But that dungeon also I have floor boss music for that one, and it's this. A little bit older. Hold on. Wait for it.
Oh no.
You hear that oboe?
Oh
Menacing
no.
oboe.
Menacing oboe sounds.
It's
Wait.
pretty.
And this one gets a little more intense as it goes, if I remember correctly.
Oboe music stops.
Oh, hold on though.
Oh no, there's a piano in the orchestra now.
Piano, your orchestra. What?
I'll orchestra your piano, man.
He almost went a whole session without any I'll X your X.
That's why I joined. I couldn't let that happen.
Appreciate it. Yeah, but this is a boss. This is a boss's music.
I say we go for the
I forgot this one.
Minecraft Cave Updates dungeon.
So
Agree.
this. So
Yeah.
you really like this one?
Yeah. Plus it's like higher level, so we'll actually get a little more XP out of it. Do we want to actually like go through full fight, or do we want to clear the scrubs and just focus on the
Clear
bosses
scrub is
like
focus on
last
four
time?
bosses.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
agree.
might do like a couple regular fights to start off with, and then kind of start going through the stuff fast forward.
Get a feel for it,
You
I
notice
guess.
Yeah,
expeditions
get a little bit
always
of
have.
flavor to
It seems like expeditions are parties of 12, and it doesn't actually have any low-ranking elites. All of them are actually led by So they're all led by titaniums.
Ooh.
So
So wait, so the whole guild-wide expedition was like a special event thing?
the guild-wide expedition, that was a lot of people going out. That wasn't every single member of the guild. That was just all those that were below the rank of gold going out at once.
Yeah.
It's a pretty common occurrence. These are actively being sent out every day.
Jesus,
Like,
every day.
expeditions are an everyday thing. Now, mind you, like expeditions with rookies are like once every other week, because they'll go out for 2 to 3 days, come back and rest for a week, go out 2 to 3 days, come back and rest. But like elites are going out every single day and doing 20 or 30 floors. And it only takes them about, like, let's see, Citron, the one who is leading this one, he just got done doing his daily 50 floors at another dungeon, and so since it's his turn to volunteer as an expeditionary leader, he's taking to a nice one that he knows is relatively tame and doesn't get wild until like the 40th floor. Which then it goes, woo! It's fucking fun.
That daily.
Yeah, they have to
Grind.
grind daily. Like, because that's part of their job, is if they're not grinding for experience to provide to the guild, you little fuckers don't get stuff for doing something simple like getting somebody's cat out of a tree.
Oh,
You think that's worth 20,000 experience farming somebody's fucking crops for an hour? No, it's not. That's worth, alright, here's a single copper. It's all I can afford. Fuck you. The guild's like, okay, here's a bunch of experience and a shiny item. Also, you now have a title. King of Potatoes. Yeah! You can actually get titles in the guild that'll pop up over your head if you want.
Oh, wow.
I would like that.
Wait, is there a title for the fluffiest?
Yes, and it's not held by any of you.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, you're not the fluffiest in the guild. None of you are.
who is?
Oh, clearly
have a
it's
title.
Cyan Craft's dog.
It's a close contender, but no, he's not. Even when Klaus can no longer make the sessions, I will have him in the background being the menace that he is. He will become part of this world.
They're here, they're just listening.
Yeah.
My legacy shall live on.
It will, I'll guarantee it. By the
Shall.
way, good job. In your drooling slumber, you made a high-frequency vacuum tube Tesla coil.
Oh, Jesus, that's not an easy thing to make.
Considering that those are typically extremely low frequency because old technology is weird.
They are, unless you use a voltage doubler. But yeah,
That's
it's
like
not usually
literally two components.
Yeah, but they're not normally that easy unless you have a psychotic master electrician, which he did, have helping him.
Oh, that's right. They were they were working on something. They were working on like a
Yeah,
weld
they
spider.
finished that.
Did
They finished that. They finished that, and it works fine. After some revisions, the safety manager managed to get it working with the help of the other like-minded, I don't want to go to prison engineer.
Prison is only a break from inventing.
Prison cannot stop science.
Oh,
What
yes,
do you
it
mean?
can.
Stuff is invented in prisons all the time by inmates.
Not if they put you in a complete isolation rune cell. It will isolate your mind from your thoughts.
Oh, that's
Oh.
unnerving. That's
Very.
like
It is.
people go crazy from isolation chambers after like an hour.
The best
It's
part
time
is
for you to experience gray.
you do not fuck with this. Like, you do not fuck with them. Like, the only reason the people that could fuck with them that fucked with them in that couple sessions is because they had inside help. You try to take them on from the outside, they will imprison you.
Mm.
You will fucking wake up with one of the officials from law, the Ministry of Law, Order, and Punishment, who will inform you of your new habitat for the remainder of your life. It can be any one of the many types of cells in one of, like, that's just a prison in the palace. That's not even one of their prisons. Somewhere else. That was a small prison in the palace for political prisoners and the like. There's a prison somewhere here that it's horrible. They will put you in a cell that will isolate your mind and the ability to think from each other. And if you go mentally deficient, they will graft you back to a saved state a divination mage pulled off your skull and do it all over again.
They quick save your fucking brain.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
It's funny, but when you think about the ethics of it, it's fucking horrendous.
Oh, it is definitely against any sort of wartime conventions, but man, is that funny to think about. Yeah, we just
Yeah.
quick load your brain real quick.
That's how they break a lot of their greatest criminals, or people that think they are tough against the system. Is they
when
show
you
them
have
that you
the
can't even
euphoria
go
of dying.
insane in peace.
You don't get to lose your mind unless I say so.
You die when I say so. Get back up.
That was essentially, basically,
Sounds like a nightmare
that's
in
how the
shell.
truth. That's basically how that gentleman you met who did all your interviews, the truth seeker, is. He's like, didn't give you permission to die, silly inmate. Get back here. It is soul, yes, sir.
I'm sorry. Did
no,
I
you-
relieve you of
Every day
duty?
you're
I'm sorry,
400-year
Captain.
sentence.
Sadly, he did die. Not attack.
Oh.
Oh,
But
what?
he
The
got
guy
the
who
truth
knows
out there.
everything died?
Well, he knew it was coming, but he also knew Glycol was coming.
What, is he afraid of Glycol?
No, he knew that Glycol would be too fucking quick for them to kill, and also too dangerous. Glycol says that he ran. Glycol actually didn't run. As Yon would know, what Glycol did is somebody tried to jump him, got frozen, and he stuck their own. He literally turned their knife from them, pushed it into their throat, and then snapped his fingers, letting them perceive time 10,000 times as slow.
Oh no, it's 10,000 stabs jutsu.
So yeah, as he was doing it, he unfroze it. So they're still currently, they're technically dead, but their mind, still flickering, is experiencing this incremental shoving of their own knife through their trachea.
Oh, he got Kurotsuchi.
Yeah, that's the. Except
don't fuck with
Koritsuchi is
Glycol.
like the entire stab, and then 2 entire stabs, and then 4 entire stabs.
No, from Bleach.
Oh yeah, you're
Oh,
thinking
that
about
one. Yeah,
Itachi
okay,
with
yeah.
the
I'm
with the
thinking of
shoving
Naruto.
You're
Yeah,
thinking about
yeah.
a Tsukuyomi.
The infinite Tsukiyomi. Yeah, that's
Go,
what you're
you
thinking
got
of.
me.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's the torture of 1,000 stabs. Yeah. It's pretty fucking twisted, honestly. Yeah, but basically, Glycol can do shit like that because his divination he was a divination and a well, he was a divination mage who then practiced illusion and a little itty bit of that what is it called? What did we call it?
Chronomancy?
He understands that now, where you can you can project your magic onto somebody else.
Oh, that's enchantment.
Compulsion?
No, not enchantment.
Oh wait, hexes?
Shut up! No, what'd you say, Ivy?
Compulsion?
Compulsion. Thank you. Yeah, he's a divinate. He mastered divination and compulsion magic before he was fucking 25.
I got the class.
That's it. You need
yeah.
you need no compulsion and enchantment to use hexes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I guess you could look at Glycol as a layman's terms a hex mage, but more accurately a enforced will mage. He can enforce his will on you via magic, and it's very scary. He doesn't have any. He doesn't have any fancy, sparky, shiny, showy powers. He just has the ability to dominate your fucking mind.
Yeah, he's a hex mage via illusions, whereas Mikhail could become a hex mage if they really knuckled down and tried to do it, but that's like all the way at the end of the skill tree. The only
mean
skill
Leonard?
tree in the game. Leonard, yes. I don't know why I
Mikhail's
keep going
dead.
to Mikhail.
Well, Mikhail isn't dead now. he's a
Yon is
servant.
partially there. Yon is the step before Hex.
Fucking Noro. God, that beast of a form.
Yon wasn't super interested in hexes, but she did want to know enchanting, so she has that.
Oh wait, Leonard is a hex mage because they used hexes
Yeah,
like
Leonard
twice.
has hexes.
Yeah, and it's super
Yeah, they
broken.
literally got angry at that door.
They got
because it kept
super pissed at the
reversing
door. Yeah.
itself. Yeah, because that door had a fucking chronomancy spell on it that kept resetting its position.
It's like, I'll chronomancy you until you don't exist, bitch. He's like, here, let me just cast a negate magic and then not specify the level.
Exactly.
Didn't he end up getting Yon with that negate magic.
He got
Annoying.
everything in that entire area with that spell.
Yeah, just Yon suddenly.
Which made it super easy for Mons and them to find you, and ultimately led to that.
Yeah, but now Mons is in a better place.
Mons currently having just dozens of people. You okay? It's okay. It's just a flesh. That is. My hand is in your stomach. Get it out. That's not consensual. Consent is appreciated. Mons might be a behemoth of a man, but even he thinks consent is badass. Well, okay, fun fact, Mons is such a sweetie, he cannot say the word bitch to his wife, even if that's something they try to get him to do. He can't talk dirty.
What? Why?
He's too
He's too
sweet.
sweet.
He
He is
respects
the
her too much.
biggest. He is the biggest and strongest of the cinnamon rolls.
Not
The
even when,
cinnamon
like,
roll prime.
referring to actual dogs?
Like, he can talk about, like, a dog, but, like, when it comes to, like, his wife, if it's something, like, you know, like, you want to spice the
Derogatory.
relationship,
Oh,
he can't say anything derogatory, even if it's in, like, play and it's wanted, if it's
so
consensual and agreed upon.
it's
he
not
can't.
just the word bitch, it's any derogatory.
Derogatory, like, degradation, he can't do it to her. He respects her too much.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. If it was
Yeah.
just the word bitch, I'd be like, hang on a second.
Which I think was good on the dice part, because it's super boring having somebody as big and strong as him being an overbearing, arrogant asshole.
Yeah.
But having him be a total sweetheart, that's just wonderful.
He is cinnamon roll prime. That is the way to describe Mons.
No, Naibai is prime.
He's Cinnamon Roll Supreme.
Yeah, right.
God.
Supreme roll?
You tried, that's what matters.
There was an attempt.
An
Get a
attempt was
shit
made.
cut out of paper.
You get,
I'm
yeah,
sorry. I spent most of the day on a roof in 110.
Oh,
I'd
Jesus.
say
I-
cry near.
So did
Hey.
I.
I'd say
Good for
cry
you.
near a river, but unfortunately your tear ducts are currently dry.
They are not work.
I know. So you know what? Go buy a river's worth of Dasani and shove it up you fucking ass.
I mean, technically.
Ugh. Why Dasani?
I was raised in the
one
ghetto.
is
Fuck
both
you.
simultaneously dry and wet, and I just like it greatly.
I'm sorry. I fucking spent most of my time raised in East Texas as an immigrant. Okay, leave me alone.
Why would you do that?
As if they had
Ah,
a
yes.
choice.
I had a choice of where I would be spawned.
I mean, we don't
When
know,
I-
maybe.
I mean, I thought it'd be fun because, you know, it's near Louisiana. I heard
Question.
there's a lot of hookers. I just missed it by a couple centuries. What?
What part
Am
of
I
the briefing did Kevin wake up in?
Ah, yes. Evan unfortunately woke up during the end of the argument where the first thing he sees is them being annoyingly lovey to each other. Sorry, Kevin. Nora,
Just
take
lightly
it.
rumped. Just lightly rumpled. Just.
Oh, he's awake. Hey, buddy.
Yes. Hello. How are
Couldn't have stayed asleep a little bit longer, though.
He just kind of sighs. I'll leave. Get back to fucking.
No, it's okay. It's fine. We gotta go get the children. How you been? Aside from drooling. By the way, you know, offer a little canteen of water as he usually does. Here.
He'll pop the top if it's not already and just kind of like hold it in his mouth and tip his head back. Just glug.
Delicious chilled water. Not freezing cold, but chilled. one of his most expensive items that Noro has is his fucking canteen, which always keeps whatever's inside of it at perfect chilled temperatures. Fuck you, magic. Lazy. I don't want to get ice.
I don't want to get up from the couch to get in this television magic.
It's lazy motherfuckers like that is why temporal magic is regulated. Good luck trying to use it. You have to answer to the mage lords.
Why'd you use this? I was thirsty. So?
The Archmagos?
Let's see. How could I think
Shut up, I'm having fun.
Shut.
How could I think of the mage lords?
I'm still angry at the Mechanicus.
What is a good way that I can describe them? I'm trying to think in Doctor Who terms so you'd understand.
I'm not a complete pleb.
Okay.
I say I'm angry at the Mechanicus, yet I'm making a Mechanicus cosplay.
It's okay. You're allowed to be a hypocrite. Oh, fun fact about False Hydra. It's just random thing for those of you that are Who fans. Think of the False Hydra like the Silence. Little tidbit there.
What is the Silence?
You'll find out. Booty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. By the way, it's not in, well, it's, I'm not gonna lie, because it probably subconsciously was, but now I think about it, it probably definitely subconsciously was. There is a monster I made for this campaign, way before we started it, that is kind of like a False Hydra. So I superbly hope you run into that in a dungeon one day. To see how well you really are, like how well of a fighting group you are. Because if you're not coordinated, you're gonna fucking die. Because much like with a False Hydra, it's not fun. And Nick, if you're wondering what a False Hydra is, I sent a video to the group earlier today. Scroll up, you'll find it. DM, somebody pissed him off, so he sent a picture of a False Hydra miniature he was currently painting. So whoever pissed him off just guaranteed a fucking party wipe if they're below level 15. And I don't mean one of them, I mean all of them. Safe bet, you have to be at least 15. Ideally, you want to take on a False Hydra at 20.
Oh.
Don't want to. Little thing that they can do. The reason that they like the Silence is a little interesting thing about a False Hydra. At the beginning of every turn, you have to make a DC 15 saving throw to see if you remember it. If you fail that saving throw, you forget why you're there, or you forget it, and DMs you forget why you're there at all. Period. Not to mention that every time you hit it and do damage, it lets out a wail, which does psychic damage, and you know, at least this psychic damage is unavoidable. That's just one thing that it does. Oh, you can't deafen it, stun it. You can't deafen, stun, silence, blind, or basically anything. Actually, you can't do any of that. None of that. There's only like a few debuffs you can actually do to it. Very, very few. Most damage debuffs, so like bleed, burn, you can do that. That's your best bet to kill one. Actually, reason for that. It's because most of the time a DM will be lenient and make it so that if it's on fire, the fire can't be psychic damage, therefore it can't let out psychic damage. Or they can be an asshole and make the wails that it lets out while it's being burned just attack the whole party. Oh, it can also do the blind song, which can come from any one of its many heads. And whenever it does
False
the blind
Hydra looks
song,
terrifying.
yeah. Fun fact, you know how you have to do that DC 15 saving throw at the beginning of every turn? For every head doing the blind song, you subtract 1d4 from that overall result. And because it has multiple heads, it can take multiple reactions per turn. Another thing, it can understand every language in the handbook and then some. So while you're talking to each other, trying to figure out how to defeat it, it's understanding every word you're saying, plotting against you.
Oh no.
So False Hydras are fun. Never ever once would I recommend you use them unless either you really just fucking hate your party, Or your party wants a fucking challenge and has been bitching about enemies being too easy.
So don't bitch.
So
They're super
first question, what?
A valid question. What?
Mark!
Well, like I said, what kind of idiot?
Oh, there's that adorable thing. I was looking for that.
Anybody got things to do tomorrow?
Work.
I got stuff.
Work. Sorry.
Oh, the DM left.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. Derek, I don't know if you were informed or if you saw any of the messages. I do not have drill this week because I had to go get tested for the coof
Oh, I am sorry.
because two of the guys I work with had it.
And you're like, thank you for exposing me.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. There's actually there's an 85 to 86% chance that you're gonna just be like, and not be sick from it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the party. Have you had it? No, you haven't had it yet.
I haven't
No, I
had
have
what?
not.
Oh, talking coof.
Oh.
'Cause I've had it. Yeah, no, it's literally just a different flu.
I've had it twice. It'll be fine.
Dying from it.
Oh yeah, not people die from the flu as well. So it's just the flu that they decided to make into a big deal.
Unfortunately, a lot of people that die from COVID could have been avoided because they freak out and prescribe them the completely wrong things, and that's what
Mhm.
kills them.
It's the Spanish influenza epidemic all over again, except for the Spanish influenza was actually a problem.
Yeah.
It's just a whole big nasty muddled mess.
Like, the only people that it really, really has a risk against are people who are massively overweight, and that's like 400 pounds, or over the age of like 68, 70. Like, those are the biggest red zones. But
Dude, that even the people like the elderly, they're up into the high 90% survival chance rate. That's unvaccinated too, so just kind of medical science aside, or political bullshit aside, the medical aspect of COVID is a little bit kind of stupid.
right now,
So,
we're not even going to get into this whole thing with the fact that Moderna and Pfizer were actually, kind of extorting governments around the world to, racket. They were, I mean, the SEC suddenly magically disappeared overnight. It was okay for them to insider trading because disease. Anyways, all right. So you've decided, I guess, you're gonna go to here.
Yep.
Which is cool.
yeah.
Place.
That's what Nora will go downstairs and inform you of, along with Kevin. So, I was thinking about an expedition, young one. You said so. Anybody got an idea where they want to go, so I don't have to do all the adulting?
Actually, we do.
Oh my god! They're growing up.
And we want to go to the the Pretty Crystal Cave place called?
Just the cabins. Cool. I think me and Kevin went there once and ended up running from an angry crystal spider monster.
I can still hear this weird skittery clinking of its many legs.
Did you say the spider creature? Whose
Its
ears kind of
crystalline fangs are infinitely refracting. Sorry, yes, no, it's awful.
What made it scary is the fact that it had like just 3 eyes instead of like 8.
I don't like that.
No,
That
it
is
was.
thanks
It
for
punches through armor. It's almost impervious to impact.
Yeah.
Oh, what else?
I
I
can't
can't.
burn it.
You can't burn it. You can't chip it. Yeah, no, it's a
That's
bad
not,
time.
that is not entirely true. Celia managed to chip it when he was younger. He punched
Oh,
right through it.
he cheats. His punches are bullshit. I mean, I'm glad he was there, but
Hey,
it's bullshit.
rude. Hi.
Oh, hi, Celia.
He's just sat there.
Oh no.
They've just been standing over there silently waiting for her to say hi. Oh, hello, little one. Oh, Beatrice. Hi.
Hi.
You're glowing beautifully.
So she's gonna grin at him.
Hey, so we're going to that one, I guess.
I
He's
think
gonna
so.
look back up at the board. When does it leave?
Expeditions leave tomorrow. They're always scheduled. You're back in time. Awesome. Where did Vesuvius
Alright.
go? Vesuvius! Where are you? He took a shower. I can't smell the sulfur anymore.
Is that
I'm
all
not
it
allowed to
takes?
bathe.
You're not allowed to be.
It's a battle of futility, Vesuvius. You'll stink by the afternoon's over.
You just hear a grumpy. Well,
Come on, we really have to have a conversation now about a certain rumor you've been spreading. One that I'm not very keen on because it paints me as completely immoral.
Uh, so,
Well, Fiona is gonna turn his attention to the people behind the glass. Yeah, I think we're going to take that one.
One, and they'll count. Okay, so everybody that wants to go, put your little thingies through this little thingy here and into this little thingy so it scans your little wrist brace. Or wherever the hell you have them stashed. Thank you.
Beatrice will do as instructed and put the thingy in the thingy.
Kind of fascinating, by the way. They took the little request off the board, stuck it kind of in there like they're sticking it in like the sort of like in like the bottom of a slot for like clipping or grabbing onto paper, and they pulled the little request up in there a ways, just far enough so it's just a checklist of who's all gonna be on the expedition party. And as you put your bracelets through the little ring that you've become accustomed to, and it gives that little magical chime, you can see your names just slowly scroll onto the paper with a little kind of hiss of magic as it fully registers you as members of the expedition. So, 12 of you. Excuse me. You, 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 machine,
and didn't get a chance to say it just yet, but Kevin did also put his hand through.
yes. Kevin did not go down the list. He got put around the top as a assistant expeditionary.
either higher level.
20 years
Why
of
Kevin's so
experience
high?
before you all got born. Oh, yeah, literally.
Nora will, tap the glass. No, take him off. He's coming with me.
Huh?
We're gonna
Oh,
go. Me and you are going to go with some other elite on another dungeon. We're
Oh
gonna go
no.
see the Blacksteel Fortress, buddy.
I'm gonna die!
It's gonna be fun! It'll be my second time! Wait, no, it'll be my 13th time dying.
You've died 13 times?
It doesn't
I'm not
hurt.
trying I'm not trying to be rude, but that makes a lot of sense.
9 of them are from my group. I'm insane! Anyways,
Yes,
I
that means I
think
have to
Flora.
die, I get it.
yeah, the cracks are fucking exposing themselves, so I'm gonna quiet down now. Yes, take him off, please.
How many times have you died, Kevin?
None!
That's not true. He's died 4 times.
No! What?
You forgot about it each time. It's okay.
That's probably a good thing, honestly.
There was the Mega Croc twice. There was the Crystal Spider.
What?
That also killed me.
Uh,
And then there was the time we both pissed off Silly and she froze us in a lake.
okay, no, I remember that one.
What floor was the crystal spider on?
15, I think?
7.
Six.
Sense.
We're kidding. It was around 1.
It got too close to the door.
Fiona's just gonna puff up.
Well, why are you scared of a crystal spider? There's worse things down there than that.
It's not the fact that it's crystal, it's just spiders.
He's afraid of spiders, even though his aunt is one.
That's a rude thing. You species.
I bet he
asshole.
has a crush on her, too.
I bet she does too.
To be fair, I have seen the type that gets you going, so, I mean, spider, Dami Mommy, it's fine. It's okay. It's not judgment. It's how it is.
Fiona's just gonna throw up his hands and leave. Alright, we're signed up, we're leaving. I'm going to my
Oh.
bed.
If you're scared of spiders, I hope you don't panic over wireless.
Oh, what?
Giant crystal hornet, and he runs off.
Fiona's gonna throw up his hands again. I give up! I'm going to bed!
Sleep tight. Don't let the crystal big bugs bite.
I will shoot you!
Try me, little fuzzboy. Fucking try me.
Come on, Kevin, let's go. We're gonna go tell Silly where we're going. Side note: have you ever been in a 3-way? Irrelevant to this conversation. I'm just legitimately curious. Are they worth it?
Well, it depends on the positioning.
Wait, so you
Fiona,
have?
Yes. Yes. He kind of like looks up and left a little bit, like thoughtfully, like, yes, no, yes.
So I'm the one with secrets because I hit a form, but that's somehow okay to hide.
I bet you don't even know who. Who, them.
I've got 3 guesses and 2 of them are right.
Hmm.
Not only that, I bet you I know the type, and I guarantee you it's not around your height.
He just kind of stands there expectantly. I think you're bluffing.
Hey, look, it's
Birds remember
Aurora!
Joe.
You know who her dad is.
Hmm? I don't remember. My memory's terrible.
Aw. That's so nice of Sen just to walk over.
You got super quiet.
It's okay. Just remember that Aurora's dad is the one he's bluffing you about.
I mean,
Whereas you will also walk over apparently and just... He will fuck you?
Hey, that's a certain person's character trait. Can't just say that.
if he was physically capable, he would have had a little bead of sweat roll down the side of his head. Eh.
I'm gonna go ask Aurora if she has any uncles. Be right back.
So what's the punishment for attacking and envenomating someone in the guild?
Usually you get reprimandations from that boy, and he'll point to Suyoi.
Now remember what happened the last time.
Like the time that he's upset about that people keep reminding everyone about, or
anyways, let's go be adults. And this is like where we're gonna leave it, is them going. Oh, that's gonna end horribly, by the way. Them being adults, people are going to die.
Yeah, this is not going to be a good time.
Nothing good is coming of their adventure. I think Doru's going to get stuck on the staff with them.
No.
The dice stuck them there. Shit.
Doru's gonna be with Kevin and Noro?
Apparently.
Who is the titanium we're going with?
You're going with Citron.
Cabron.
Citron.
Cabron!
Stab them.
Sika.
That's just out of fucking nowhere. I just love it. Just a firm hand up to the back of the head. No.
So who?
Yes.
A single hand.
Wow, that might be a good point.
I finished adulting. It's time for me to turn into a burrito and go to sleep.
Fair enough.
Hello?
Darkness, my old friend.
Okay, the depressive, edgy things that swirl around that song aside, it's a pretty good song.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I've come to talk with you again.
Have you heard the Disturbed cover of it?
Yes, it's very good.
I've heard it too much though.
Have you heard
'Cause
the
when
Five Finger
Gears
Death
of-
Punch one?
When
Not the
Gears
Five
of
Finger Death Punch, no.
That one's a good one.
Was it Gears of War 4 or 5 when it was coming out? All they played on the fucking like ads was that song. Was the Disturbed cover of fucking Simon and Garfunkel's
Sound of silence.
Yeah, The Sound of Silence. And was like,
Oh, no wonder I was having such a hard time. I didn't have my fucking murder suit on.
Are you
playing Payday?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Say yes.
That is a yes.
That
I
is
found out by the
definitely
way.
a yes.
The burglar deck is what you want to spec into for stealth.
Really? No.
That's what they told me.
Okay.
It has the best perks for being sneaky, the second best for being sneaky, but more move speed while sneaky. But then less sneaky is Yakuza. But you need Clover, but since you have Clover, you should be able to get it just fine. Yeah. If you're gonna do Clover, the character, she had her own. She was released with what was like Clover's Lucky Pack or whatever, and she came with the burglar deck.
Oh.
Yeah, because apparently she was a thief back in Ireland.